I'm doing fantastic because there's a mental shift that is happening right now that I could not be happier about. It only took the destruction of the entire scene for it to happen, but people are finally listening to everything that I've been saying for a very long time. But you know what this is right now? This is Challenger Pack 3 in front of us right now. That's what I'm gonna call this era. This is Challenger Pack 3. The first Fighter's Pass was MKLeo. Second Fighter Pass is now Tweek. I don't know how big this Fighter Pass is or how big this Challenger Pack is, but I feel like there's gonna be the most characters ever revealed of all time in a bad way. And I know you guys love Fighter Passes and doing predictions and shit like that. But these are predictions that nobody really wants to be right about. And unfortunately, I've been right about a lot of shit. I will say I didn't think that Tweek would be next, but it does kind of make sense, especially after all the FTX stuff as well too. But I will say, as far as in the future, the next players, since I guess this is the era we're in, the next players I think that are going to be losing their sponsors, Spargo's probably going to be maybe not the absolute next, but he's going to be in there for sure. After Spargo, I wouldn't be surprised if Riddles goes. After Riddles, I don't even know, bro. Tilde, hopefully not. You want the scene to burn? You want the scene to burn? I don't know if I really want the scene to burn. More so than I just don't want to be here while it's burning. Can I say that? Because right now, I feel like that's just what's happening. The scene is just burning itself. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't really want to. It kind of just is. I pointed this out so long ago. Not about these top players losing sponsorships, but more so that the business is pulling out. But it's a ripple effect. It's that chain reaction that is just obvious. It's obvious, at least to me. Maybe that's the difference between me and a lot of people. Maybe that's the 10-year gap that I have with a lot of people. 7 to 10 years where people just don't get it. Some people don't care. Still don't care because they have no skin in the game whatsoever. But what I can still say, and I was thinking about this earlier, is that for whatever reason, no one seems to be mad at Smash. This is not the players' fault. This is not the community's, well, some of the community's fault, but it's not the people that it's affecting, those community members, it's not their fault. It's not Leo's fault, it's not Tweek's fault, it's not Summit's fault. Any of this stuff is happening. And Debunkies, this is not a clickbait title. You think in the last couple of days, you think I'd be clickbaiting for the memes at this point, bro? I am the kid that cried. What the fuck? Wolf McDonald. McDonald. I am the guy that cried McDonald's and no one believed me. What does that mean?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm basically the guy that's been crying wolf and not necessarily even being wrong ever. Imagine being so right in all the wrong ways. The pain is tremendous. Yes. This is just what it is at this point. So for those of you that saw on my YouTube, just before I got on stream, I put out a thing that I started a TikTok doing Warzone, or not Warzone, doing Call of Duty, and I am gonna be putting out COD stuff on the channel. So at this point, what am I even fighting for, guys? I hate to be doing these recaps every goddamn day. And if you know anything about my channel, in the last literal thousand videos that I've put out, I've never spoken about drama. I've never talked about Twitter shit. Never talked about basically anything. I've never had anything bad to say, even when bad things were happening, ever. I didn't put out a single video on the allegations. I didn't put out a single video about Smash at Evo or not being at Evo. I didn't put out any sort of videos like that ever throughout all the last 2 to almost 3 years at this point. I've been nothing but a ray of sunshine for as long as humanly possible. And at this point in time, here's the thing, don't get me wrong, I've known that this shit's going on. I'm not just out here oblivious like, oh, Sam Sora, what happened? Captain Zach, what happened? That's never been me. I've known this shit, but I've always been the guy that's trying to be on the brighter side of things and say it's just gonna pass. In a few years, it'll all be better. And I've said this in the past too, it's been a few years at this point. It's not like things have actually gotten better. You know what's crazy? There's one entity at this point that could fix everything. $1 billion company that could step in and fix everything. If only they'd show themselves, if only they would actually care to do that thing. Because if you look around at other companies or other games, those giant entities that own those games do step in, like Riot Games, for example. No, not fucking Mr. Beast. Get out of here. Talking about Nintendo, bro. Mr. Beast ain't gonna do shit, bro. I saved the Smash scene for 10 minutes. And then all these kids got slammed by men. Can I say that? Am I going to jail? Because everybody else is. They're not going to jail. That shit's all fucked up. I'm not trying to be a part of this shit, bro. The fact that that's the thing that's crazy about what I just said, is that is not even a hyperbole of a joke. That's what's even more fucked up about the scene. That's a real thing that happened. Kids, can I even say that? Like, goddamn, tremendous. For whatever reason, nobody here seems to be mad at Nintendo and want to boycott the game, boycott playing or supporting Nintendo at all. For whatever reason, people are just sad about what happens, but then they go right back to their toxic ex. That's just what they do. Imagine you had a ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend that slashed your tires, keyed your car, trashed your room, posted all kinds of shit about you on it online, was beefing with your family and hated your family, fist fought your brother or sister, all this shit. Then you turned around and said, I still love you. That's what's happening right now with the Smash scene. Because at the end of the day, everyone's like, I still like Smash. I still want to play Smash. I still want to support Nintendo. You're not thinking about it that way, but you are. If you're playing Smash or going to tournaments or whatever, you're still a walking, talking billboard for that company. And here's the thing, they don't even want that. They don't even want that. Realistically, the smartest / best thing that anybody could do if they really wanted to try and stick it to Nintendo, and even if you're only one person, and you might feel like, I'm only one person, so if I just don't play, how does that do anything? Realistically, if everyone wants to do that exact same thing, that's what a revolution is, then you can overcome that. Because at this point in time, Nintendo has such a lead on us that there's no possible chance, zero chance, that anybody could try to overpower or force it back on Nintendo to be like, you know what, guys, maybe we'll actually like put money into the scene and fix things. They're so far out of it at this point. It's like, okay, thank the Lord. Esports teams are dropping their top players, so viewership's gonna go down. Companies are pulling out, so we don't have to give a shit. Smash World Tour and stuff, like that isn't happening. And last time, here's the funniest thing too, or stupidest thing actually, Nintendo was gonna step in and help with Panda. And what did all you guys fucking do? Lose your minds, stick up for the grassroots of BG Bootcamp, which is not a bad thing to do as far as them. It doesn't matter who the company was. That was it. That was the moment. And you guys are like, you know what? We don't want Panda to monopolize the scene. We don't want Nintendo to monopolize the scene. Funny thing about monopolizing a scene is if you have the capability to do that, it means one thing. It means you have money because you can do that. You can afford to push other people out as the leaders or the heads of your scene. That was it, guys. That was the moment. So the one moment where Nintendo says, we're gonna help, the whole scene says, no, we want help from you, but also not from you. We want help from you in our own unprofessional way. It's not how it works. If a company steps in and buys your company, guess who's in charge? They are, not us. You now work for them. You now play for them. So the one time that they're going to step in and actually do something that anybody actually truthfully wanted, the thing that you guys have been fighting for 20 plus fucking years, as soon as it's about to happen, the earth explodes. The Smash scene drops a spirit bomb on themselves just to do it. So like I was saying before, as we slowly gather the infinity stones of top players losing their sponsorships, we already had Leo, we have Tweek. Who's next at this point? I feel like there's no shot it's not Spargo. What does FaZe have in this game? Nothing in this game. They don't give a fuck, bro. Spargo, gone. And I'm not trying to wish it upon him. I'm just being realistic. And at this point, if you've watched my last couple of videos and you're watching this video and you have at least 2 functioning brain cells, you see what's happened in the past with the other players. Why would it not be him? On top of that, why would it not be a lot of other players, such as Riddles? Riddles is from my original city in Toronto. We're from the same place. You think I want him to lose? Like, no, I don't, obviously. But when push comes to shove and that's just what it is, then that's just what it is, bro. I honestly, at this point in time, it's almost, guys, and I don't even know if I can get closer to my mic. It's almost better to not have a sponsor, because now you don't have that crushing feeling of losing something. Here's the thing that's crazy too, guys. There are players from Moist who technically shouldn't lose their sponsor, because as far as I know, Moist Critical is doing fine. But if there's no tournaments to go to, why would they keep their sponsors? Especially if, and I'll say it again, the people that are sponsored in Moist are not content creators. You can say as much doom and gloom as you want. Here's the thing, guys. If I was really trying to spread doom and gloom and even try and make this funny, I'd be jumping in the background and screaming and having explosions and all kinds of other dumbass shit. But I've realized for quite some time just how serious this actually is. And that's why when I laugh, it's the same reason that TK Breezy laughs, because you don't know what else to do. I've been watching a lot of his content on stream and a lot of his stuff on YouTube, and it's like, wow, we're in the same spot. Except for him, I would say it's twice as bad because he's been doing this twice as long as I have. So I see the pain in his eyes when he's laughing about how shit this all is. And it's like, he's gonna have to find a new job or start all over again. Similar to what I am currently in the midst of doing right now. One of the things that I can say, at the very least, if you're someone who's watching this and you don't know how to help, if you do want to help, this is where I guess it really comes down to you guys. If you really do want to help, I will say this. There's no helping the Smash scene. You can help the people that were in it. Let's put it that way. You can't prop up Smash if Smash doesn't want to be propped up, if Nintendo doesn't want it to exist, the tournaments and the organizers and the sponsors and the companies are either leaving or going down. But the players that you look up to and that you care about and that have inspired you to play or learn this game or pick up this game or tell your friends about this game and have all those good times or whatever you want to call it, you can still go and support them. You can go and support someone like TK. You can go and support someone like Tweek. You can support someone like Leo. Whether or not, here's the thing, guys, whether or not they need the support, it can be financial, even just showing up to their stream, commenting on their videos, checking in on them on Twitter, whatever it might be. Because at this point, whether or not that's all you want to do or all you can do, it's at least something that you can do. If you want to support the Buzz or any of these people, like the number one thing you guys could possibly be doing is pushing up these people's Twitch channels, at least. Stop by their Twitch, say, hi, I'm new. How's it going? I've never been here before. I know who you are. I've watched you compete, but I've never actually come to your stream before, ever. Now's the time to start going to people's streams, dropping subs, dropping donos, pushing their numbers, supporting their other decisions if you want to do that. At the very least, if someone's like, hey, I want to play, even if it's not me with Call of Duty, it's not now my chance to show that game. I'm saying anybody else. I saw TK was playing Tekken. Go watch a Tekken stream. You might like it. Go watch a Fortnite stream or a Valorant stream. You might like it. You don't know. You want to try and support the player that you've apparently, allegedly cared about all this time. That's just what it is. Because realistically, if we're in it, as they say, in it till the end, it shouldn't really matter it shouldn't really matter what the player is playing. Because at the end of the day, if you're like, well, I only want to support them if they're playing Smash, then you're right back to just supporting Smash. And you truthfully, whether you realize it or not, you indirectly don't actually care about the scene. Because the scene is not the game. The scene is the people. I'll say that again. The scene is not the game. The scene is the people. Sponsorships and tournaments and all this stuff going down, the game already exists. The game doesn't care. It's already happened. It's done. The game has made its money. So saying, I don't want to watch this person do this thing because they're not playing Smash, you're not hurting Smash. You're hurting them. I already know what I'm doing next. I am going to be doing Call of Duty content like I've wanted to do. I'm going to be posting it on the YouTube channel. I'm expecting to lose at least 10,000 subs in the process. But like I said in the past, if you weren't there watching the Smash stuff when it was there, when I was posting it, and then you decide to leave when I post the COD content, you were never there. So I can't allow the number to discourage me from posting and doing what I want to do. Because at this point, once again, just like it's Leo's livelihood, just like it's Tweek's livelihood, just like it's everyone at Summit's livelihood, it's also my livelihood. It's Izaw's livelihood. It's TK's livelihood. So if we want to switch and you aren't about that life, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's something that's happening. And here's the thing. This is probably the most important part. And I might actually have to eat my mic. I don't know if I can do that.
What do you mean by that?
If you want to try and fix the scene, why don't you put out content? Why don't you become a top player? Why don't you sponsor the scene? A lot of people are not willing to do that, not capable of doing that. They say, I want this to be fixed, but you have to do it. I want to see YouTube videos or guides about broken tech and funny moments and clips and all this stuff, but I want you to put it out. I have zero interest in putting it out. I have zero interest in helping. I just want to indulge. Also, the scene is dying and I'm upset and I don't know how to fix it, but I don't want to help. It's like, okay, well, the people that are in charge or the people that are doing as much as they possibly can are at the end of their wits, basically, and they have to now go along and do what makes sense for them to do. That's the thing. If you want these people to do these things continuously, then you have to support them. That's just how it is. I don't know, this might sound weird. But I feel like I don't know, I'm getting loud, but I'm just getting loud. I feel like I have the most connection to TK right now with what he's going through and how he has made it the way that he has. I don't know why that is. But at the end of the day, if you watch this and go, if he happens to be streaming right now, or if he happens to have put out a video or whatever, just drop by and say, hey, that's basically it. That's basically it.